primary ignition. Commence primary ignition. Commence primary ignition.
What's up, all of you Ugnaughts and Jawas out there, and welcome back to Mando Late Night. I'm your host, Caleb Keller, and joining me is Zach Horvath. What up, Zach?
What up? We
Do we still
back.
know how
Let's
to do
get
this?
Shoot. It's just gonna be us talking, man.
Dude, it's been, I guess it's been 3 weeks since we really got to, I mean, we text, we say that all the time, but like we haven't formally sat down and talked Star Wars in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah. We haven't like really talked much. I would say every now and then, but
Yeah.
less frequently because your boy was at the Disney World
Yeah,
last
man.
week.
That's awesome. Well, the week before I was sicker than a dog. The whole house was.
Yeah.
So we were like, nah.
We literally were too.
We were like, no stream for sure. And then the next week, yeah, you were off on Galaxy's Edge.
Oh man.
Speaking of Galaxy's Edge, what'd you think? What is this now? Your third time going?
This is my 5th time. Well, okay, so
Holy.
5th time to Disney World.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's my 4th time to the Edge.
Gotcha.
I think because we went earlier just to Magic Kingdom, man, and this was my first time like actually staying at the park. Like,
yeah.
So this time at Disney World, we got up when we got up. We didn't hit the just rope drop, and then we took a nap. So we went back. We rode the Skyliner back, which is a game changer. I love
that.
The Skyliner.
We got to do that. Yes,
dude, it's a game changer, especially Hollywood Studios because it's like you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, and so what that meant was we got to stay the whole time with the kids, and man, it was perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Perfect. It was overcast, a little bit of mist every now and then.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But the thing about Florida rain is like it hits hard for 10 minutes and then it's done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Was that the experience y'all had with it?
The one day, yes, it was like it's a hurricane, and then nothing. The Hollywood Studios day, it was kind of that the whole rest of the afternoon. It was kind of that weird, like, is it gonna thunderstorm? Is it not?
Yeah.
Luckily it didn't. But where I'm going with this is Galaxy's Edge was sick at night, and there was nobody there because everyone went to Fantasmic or whatever.
Don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. So it's like the nighttime show. Magic Kingdom has the fireworks.
Oh, that's what they call it?
They call that at Hollywood Studios.
Okay. I must have missed that whenever we went. Or maybe we did it and I just didn't pay attention.
Nah, you would know it, I think. I think when you went, it wasn't happening.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. I mean, it's been a while.
Like, basically, we ate dinner in Batu. I didn't.
Bateau.
What?
That was me just making a weird Star Wars voice. I'm so sorry. Hey, Tiff is in the chat. Tiff says, "Doing okay. How are you guys?" Yeah, we're doing
No.
good. Honestly, right now we're just catching up too. We're
Just
talking Galaxy's
reviewing
Edge.
Batu here at night. So we clutch pro tip here.
Mm.
I went to Backlot. It's called Backlot, and basically it gives you like normal food. It's like cheeseburgers and chicken tenders,
Mhm.
and they Avery and my wife and them, they went to Batu, got us a table. So I got the normal food over here, and I
Mm.
brought it to Batu. Because
Mm.
if you ever ate at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you know that food is weird.
Oh, dude, I love it though. The Ronto wrap. Oh,
Weird.
pristine, baby.
It's all weird. I mean, it's there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
the
You gotta
popcorn's
be in
good
you
too.
gotta be in the mood for it. And with kids, that's tough.
Yes. And we wanted chicken tenders. So we got to eat the chicken tenders in Batu, and then we got to walk on to Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, that's sick.
Walk on.
I think I did a podcast of my experience with that. Like it was super late at night. It was
Yep.
like past 9 o'clock when technically the park was closing. But for some reason they let me in the lightsaber shop. What's it called again? Oh, I
I've
can't
never been
remember.
in that. I don't know.
Savi's? No. The one where you can buy it,
Yes,
where you
yeah,
buy
I
the
think it is
legacy.
Savi's.
I bought the Cal Kestis lightsaber as it was closing. I get a text from my sister-in-law saying, "Hey, we're in line for Rise of Resistance, but they've shut it down. Let them know that we're in here, so they'll let you in." We walked straight on that shuttle, baby. It was so
That's
sick.
awesome. That's dude, it was incredible. Because when we got there at the park that morning, it was closed. It was closed down or whatever. So I was like, oh no. And it was closed until like noon.
Dang.
And then it was like a 65, 80-minute wait or something. And I was like, all right, well, I ain't riding this today because your boy ain't paying for the lightning lane. And yeah, we're sitting there at dinner. I said, Taylor, it says a 10-minute wait. And we ran over there with the kids because Jackson, you got to be 40 inches. That dude is 40.0001 inches.
Really? Wow.
Like they literally took a credit card out on his dome to make sure. Like that's how close it was on
That's
every
wild.
ride. But what was great is he got to ride everything, dude. It was incredible. I literally like shed a tear when we rode the Millennium Falcon because it was me flying the thing, which was sick. I mean, got to do that. Avery, co-pilot.
Oh, so
my wife and my son were gunners.
Nice,
dude.
So it's still the fact that the co-pilot's the one that gets to blast you into hyperspace, right?
Yes, but she couldn't reach it.
Oh, so you got to do it.
I said, "Oh, let me do that for you. Let me do that for you."
Oh, that's a pro dad move right there.
Well, honestly, I wanted her to do it. I was like, "Avery, can you do it?" And she's going, "Eh."
Sure,
like,
yeah,
don't you worry, I got you.
Yeah,
Let's go.
That's the best part. I specifically because I went with all grown-ups. We didn't have a kid at that point. And needless to say, he ain't big enough to ride him yet anyway.
Sure.
But still, I specifically made the point I want Chewie's seat so I can punch us into hyperspace. Dream come true. That made the freaking ride for sure.
And it gets even better when you got your squad in there, dude.
Yeah,
because it was us four and then like a random husband and wife.
Yeah.
And so they were in it with us. They're going, they're
that's
the
cool.
engineers. They're just like pushing buttons.
Sure. That's
but
cool.
By the end of it, they went up to Avery. They're like, "You saved us. Thank you so much." It was awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, tears shed.
It's always a fun time. And you brought something back for me. And maybe I should like leave that as a tease. Maybe toward the end of the stream, I'll bring that thing out. How about that?
Yeah, I
keep
like
the people,
it. Yeah,
keep the people engaged with
I
it.
called you up. I texted you. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
We need something.
Yeah, we needed something and we got something. So I'll
hit
show
you with
that
that
off.
FaceTime. I was like,
Yeah,
hey,
you did.
I told the
you were like,
lady,
I'm holding up the line.
I was like, I'm gonna be here a minute. So let me call him real quick.
We figured it out. And then if you're watching, you'll get to see what Zach brought back as a bounty for me at the end of the stream. Man, we have a lot of Star Wars news, really, legitimately. Rarely we do this. Like usually I'm able to keep up with things that dropped in the news space regarding Star Wars. But literally my plan is, Zach, is we're going to pull up I went to Star Wars Newsnet, and I went back to literally the last news piece that we covered was the Acolyte being canceled. So I think I went back to like page 4 of their most recent news,
Oh wow.
and I'm just going to scroll through there, and we're going to just check out the big news pieces that we really just feel the need to kind of talk about. But
Sure.
before we do that, I definitely want to do kind of our main topic of discussion, the title of this video, the thumbnail of this video. And David Rish is in the chat saying, "What's up?" David, appreciate you being here. I don't know if I've seen you before, so I'm thankful that you've found us here on Mando Talk. But yeah, we definitely want to talk about James Earl Jones. I mean, come on. The guy is an absolute legend. Unfortunately, he did pass away yesterday, or at least it was released yesterday. I don't know for sure if it was in fact yesterday. I think it was though. Yesterday morning. 93 years old. That is in itself an achievement. Living and thriving in this world for 93 years, like, come on, that's an absolute dream. And he seemed to be so genuine, so loving, so caring with everything that he did and every time that you kind of saw him out in space. So number one, it's a massive loss, just James Earl Jones. I mean, heck, we'll talk Star Wars here in a second, but what we got, The Lion King for sure that impacted me. Sandlot for sure impacted me. Those were the two massive things for me. What about you? You got any other? Well, and obviously Star Wars, but we'll talk about that more in specific.
Yeah.
Anything outside of Star Wars for James Earl Jones that has left
My biggest in
lasting
my
impact?
life was Sandlot, number 1 easily.
Yeah, that was a big.
I love that movie and I love baseball so much. And then Field of Dreams. So he's in Field of Dreams, and that was one of my favorite movies ever growing up.
I saw that one when I was very young.
Oh,
James
man.
Earl Jones was so instrumental to my development of love for baseball, though.
Yeah,
like, it's
same.
wild. You don't
Same,
realize
dude.
it until you get older.
And I didn't know, I don't know until maybe when I was in college that dude is the voice of Darth Vader. Like I didn't, the wires didn't click for me for a long time because I knew him as the dude who has the beast. You know what I mean? Like that's he'll forever be that in my brain. But knowing that he's Darth Vader, and then Mufasa, like I've never been a huge Lion King guy. However, I just rewatched it yesterday, and what an incredible movie, dude. Like, what an absolutely incredible movie. The hype's real on Lion King. That was the first time I'd watched it front to back. I don't know, 20 years, maybe.
Yeah.
What a movie. Yeah. Mufasa, James Earl Jones, R.I.P. But obviously Star Wars, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah, we'll definitely spend some time on that. I'm seeing David back in the chat saying James Earl Jones was great in The Lion King 2, 100%. Edris Montanez, that's a new name that we're seeing in the chat. Appreciate you being here. He was one of the actors, or he was the one of the actors, and that voice can never be another. Best of the best movie for me. And then David also said, was he in any kids shows? There's got to be one somewhere.
I was gonna say, I'm sure, because I saw somewhere he had almost like 200 credits or something, which is, dude,
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, yeah, I believe it. At 93, dude, that's incredible.
Yeah,
like, what a life lived. And to your point, I've never ever heard one bad thing about him. Now, I'm not up on James Earl Jones, but everybody I have ever heard say that dude's incredible.
I saw Denzel Washington released something today, like a statement, and I haven't had the chance to check it out yet, but I definitely want to check it out because Denzel Washington is phenomenal with words.
I was gonna say,
one of the best deliveries of actor and also just speaking in general. Denzel Washington.
If Denzel's dropping a poem for you, like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, Denzel is like the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So
So Star Wars, man. Star Wars. I've been really watching. I've watched like 2 videos on YouTube of like the top 20 or the top 25 best Darth Vader line deliveries. And it's just, you cannot separate the voice from that character. Like, yes, I know it was David Prowse, I believe, was under the suit. But if it hadn't been James Earl Jones voicing Darth Vader, like, Darth Vader would not be as cultural of an icon as he is now, by any stretch of the means. And I'm just so thankful for his contribution. I think I sent to you my favorite James Earl Jones line delivery. It was in Empire Strikes Back. Whenever you have that silhouette of him on Bespin in that little room wherever they put
The
Han
shadow
and
dark
Carbonite.
room where there's no lights
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, something about you are not a Jedi yet, or something along those lines. Oh,
No, he says the Force is with you, right?
the
So he said,
Force is with you, young Skywalker.
but
Yeah.
you are no Jedi yet.
Yes.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
come
so
on,
good.
man. Come on. There's a couple other good ones I am blanking on because I love that one so much. But he has another couple. And I watched A New Hope yesterday. So I watched A New Hope, and then we watched Lion King. We had full on James Earl Jones day. The kids were like, "Can we watch something else?"
Oh, I bet.
Because they were good on Star Wars for 30 minutes, and then they're like, "All right." And then so we moved on to Lion King, and I finished it. But he's so sassy in that movie. Like if you go back and watch Darth Vader in that movie, he's so he's so good, man.
Yeah.
He's so good. And then you get the Empire Darth, where it's more of that traditional, what you think of, kind of slow, brooding. He's got a little sass in there. There's a little sass with a little, you're no Jedi yet. You know what I mean? Like, I love it so much. And I think I texted you this yesterday, but now that we have all of this context for Star Wars, right? We have story after story. Going back and watching A New Hope like that just makes me realize how good of a movie that is. Because, I mean, Obi-Wan is just exposition dumping the entire movie. He's just telling you things the whole time. And I know it all, and I still am just like, oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Wow. In the Clone Wars, oh, wow.
Yeah.
A young Jedi killed him. Oh, or whatever he says, and it's so cool because my mind flashes to Anakin and like their fight, and it's just Kenobi show. You know what I mean? All these moments that we have now seen. So good, dude. How can you not get emotional? It's like, how can you not get emotional about baseball? I cannot get emotional about Star Wars.
Absolutely. I mean, heck, that's why we got a YouTube channel covering it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always interesting revisiting the original trilogy after like something new has come out. Now sometimes that hurts the new thing, maybe. Sometimes it plays to its benefit, but it just depends on your preference and how you're vibing with it. But yeah, James Earl Jones, we definitely wanted to start the stream with that being our main lead and our main topic because, I mean, job incredibly well done, and so thankful for James Earl Jones and the life that he lived.
Flowers.
Yeah, and the contribution to Star Wars for sure. Definitely had to lead with that. Darth Vader forever goated, in part thanks to James Earl Jones. But yeah, man, Star Wars news outside of that. Let's get into it. So typically I don't do this, but like we said, we're just a couple weeks behind. We usually go live every single Tuesday night at the same exact time, but things happened. So I literally have, and you can see it on the screen now, folks. I literally have Star Wars Newsnet pulled up, and we're just going to run through here. We're going to look at some news articles that catch our attention. So like I said, the last news article we covered was the Acolyte being canceled. Next up, the next thing that I'm noticing that
I don't have it put up, so you have to tell me.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you. The next thing that I'm noticing that would be something that we would probably traditionally have as a main topic is Star Wars Newsnet's got this article that says Pedro Pascal could be on set for The Mandalorian Grogu later this year. We don't have to like pull up every single article or anything, but let's just kind of talk about that. I think me and you both are of the opinion that Pedro Pascal's face is for sure going to be revealed in this movie. What do you think?
Yes.
I think we've shared that before, but it seems like if this is legit, if Pedro Pascal is really going to be on set later this year, 100%.
And if you look at his hair for Fantastic Four, honestly, it makes complete sense. Like it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same as we saw when he unmasked the other time. So, I think for sure. And it's the movie. You gotta do it all.
Dude. That movie's got a hit, man. I keep thinking about that almost like every day. I'm thinking about how that Mandalorian and Grogu movie's got to knock it out of the park.
And you're not even making it. Imagine old Favreau, dude.
Yeah.
He's laying awake at night, like Filoni texting him, "Don't mess this up."
Yeah. Yeah, so it says, I think it's from the Hollywood Reporter here. It said, mentioned in a story earlier this week, that Pascal's schedule is packed until the end of the year with Fantastic Four and the Mandalorian shoots. So it's the Hollywood Reporter that was throwing that in there as one of its lines in one of its reports. So it definitely seems, therefore, legit.
Question for you,
okay,
Caleb Killer.
Yes.
Is Hollywood Reporter, Variety, all these places, are they just a place that these studios give information so that they can tell people?
I think they definitely use it to their advantage. I think, for example, I think back to one of the most early instances where I kind of got that sense was back when the Hollywood Reporter or somebody mentioned that Rosario Dawson was being eyed for Ahsoka. 1000%, in my opinion, that was Lucasfilm telling them, hey, put this out. And based on how the internet responds is if we're going to cast Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka or not. I think Lucasfilm, Star Wars, Disney, all of the major
not
productions
just
out
Disney,
there,
by the way, not just Star Wars. I'm talking everybody.
Everybody. I think they use them to their advantage.
When I read these, they're like exclusive. It's like, bro, when Bob Iger's texting you like, hey, yo, put this out. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's a weird vibe for me. It's like, why doesn't Disney just announce it? Why do we got to get this random Hollywood Reporter? That's me being they're kids these days type guy, but it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiff saying, yes, he must show his face.
Yeah.
And then, yes, for sure. I think it's Tiff's talking about, you bringing up, do the production companies use the trades? Yes, for sure. It creates hype and talk about the new project. So, yeah, I think it makes sense logically.
And you'll notice now, like nowadays, they don't even say like, oh, new leak or this got leaked or whatever. It's just like that is an extension of whoever is announcing it. You know what I mean? It's a funny dynamic.
Absolutely. All right, so it seems like Pedro Pascal definitely going to be in The Mandalorian and Grogu, baby.
I love Pedro Pascal, by the way.
Yeah, he's
got to throw that out there.
He's phenomenal. We got this other thing coming, and this is official too. Music by John Williams documentary receiving limited theatrical run before going to Disney Plus on November 1st. If you're like me and you love Star Wars' score, and really all of John Williams' score,
I was about to say,
unreal.
Like,
this is a must watch.
I know this again. I know we're talking Star Wars here, but this man, John Williams, if you like a movie, he's probably had his hands on it. Superman, Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, Jaws. That's just like on the top of my head here. And we're talking banger after banger, dude.
Yeah, we are.
And then Star Wars. It's like he will forever be the GOAT.
Yeah, he is.
People say, oh, be careful with that. You never know what's going to. No one will ever surpass our boy JW.
Definitely not. Definitely not. But while we're thinking of that, it makes me think, because I've always debated this with people. Obviously, John Williams isn't going to be able to keep doing it. I think you're going to agree with me. Kevin Kiner should be the next man up. The Kiner brothers that did Ahsoka, right?
Absolute no-brainer. Okay.
Let's go.
Why would you not? Dude, talk about
such a good
Go watch Rebels, okay? And tell me that what you said is not accurate. Come on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ahsoka too. Ahsoka's pretty good.
Yes, I loved Ahsoka's score.
Okay.
Dude, I listen to that thing still. It's great. Great. Tiff back in the chat talking about what you were alluding to with our previous discussion, but it keeps their hands clean of that Heart's little was blocking it a little bit there. What's it say? Of the leak.
Yeah.
So they can play dumb. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like,
okay.
What?
Yeah. Let's see. Acolyte, we're not surprised by this one. The Acolyte stars are talking about the Acolyte being canceled. I mean, I get it though. Like, especially Manny Jacinto. Like, that dude that dude did great.
I
And
was
I
just
know
about
me
to
and
say
you
that.
both. I know me and you both didn't love the Acolyte at all. Overall, we had moments where we enjoyed it, but
He's
mostly it
one of
felt.
those moments.
Yes, he is the moment for sure that made me have enjoyment out of the Acolyte. But outside of Manny Jacinto's The Stranger, the show fell flat to say the least.
And the main character dude acting. I don't know his name. I don't
The
remember it.
main character dude, oh, Lee Jung Jae.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't remember Soul.
Soul. Yeah.
Incredible acting by Soul. Gotta give
Yeah.
him a
Yeah,
shout
he
too.
did good. He
But
did good with what he was given.
yeah, Manny Jacinto. Yes, I did see all this. I mean, actor loses job, gets upset. I get it, right?
Yeah.
But and it's hard to not get emotional about Star Wars. They're
Mhm.
in Star Wars. I would be upset too, you know.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. Let's see. We're definitely not done with the Acolyte. I think we might need to spend some time with this next one.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't know if you saw this one, Zach. Keanu Reeves has an open door at Lucasfilm after almost playing Master Soul in The Acolyte. Now, I got to be honest. My initial reaction when I saw this, thank God Keanu Reeves did not play Master Soul because we can still use him, baby. That was
Bingo.
my immediate reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, that was mine too. No, I did see this. And the reason I saw this is because in this house we are huge Sonic the Hedgehog fans,
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
Huge. Probably my son, it's his number one. It's at the top at this point. And for me, it's very high from childhood to now. And so I did see this because this man saw the Acolyte, and said, I'm gonna go do Sonic 3.
That was another thing that I wanted to talk about. This makes me think that he 100% saw a script and said, "Nah, I'm good."
100% agreed on that, because every actor that is working today talks about how Star Wars inspired them, yada yada yada. So you're telling me you were number one on the list and you didn't take it? There's a reason for that, and it ain't Sonic 3. Sonic 3 was just probably really fun, frankly.
Oh yeah, I bet that's a blast to do.
Talk about a fun gig to get. But yeah, no, you're right. Like, he
Here's
probably saw
what
the script and
the
was like, "Wait, what's happening? What the
sure.
who are these two twins? What? No.
Here's what it says. The reasoning was. This comes from reporter Jeff Snyder's Friday newsletter. He wrote that Reeves was, quote, very interested in the part and was incentivized to take it after realizing he'd be sharing the screen with his Matrix co-star, Carrie Ann Moss. However, he was filming the John Wick spinoff, Ballerina, around the same time Lucasfilm shot The Acolyte, so the gig ended up going to Lee Jung Jae. Reeves has a, quote, key supporting role in the aforementioned film, but Lionsgate refused to readjust the actor's schedule. So, according to the newsletter, Reeves was interested specifically to play alongside Carrie Ann Moss, which he's got to be sitting back on his chair thinking now, well, boy, oh boy, was she underutilized. So, yeah, I'm glad I did not do this.
Like, it would have been with her for like 2 days on set.
Yeah, exactly. But then, okay, I got to share another thing that this made me think of. Leslie Headland doing interviews takes me back. In an interview, Leslie Headland said when she originally wrote The Acolyte, she knew that Lee Jung Jae was her master soul. Lies. Clearly, if they wanted Keanu Reeves to be Master Soul, clearly that was not the case.
I've literally erased all her interviews out of my brain, dude. It makes me so upset.
Oh, we love a good interview, man.
Remember when we heard the Kylo Ren theme? Remember that?
Don't remind me of that, because that was another thing that had me excited about the Acolyte.
We were so naive, young kids.
No. I also read, though, along the lines of this report that Keanu had mentioned to Lucasfilm to keep reaching out to him, though, for future roles. So that is promising that Keanu Reeves is aware that the fan base really wants him in Star Wars.
I mean, he probably wants to do it for all my
Yeah.
aforementioned reasons, right? It's freaking Star Wars, dude. Even if it's bad,
Mm-hmm.
it's you get to be in Star Wars and you get to play the game. Like you get to dress up and do the whatevers, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
Like that's a dream come true for a lot of these cats, especially Keanu. Like, what else he gonna do? He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
can.
this dude's been in a video game. He's
He's in-
Matrix.
He's incredible.
Shadow.
He's incredible. Yeah, I need to watch that Sonic 3 trailer because I've heard
Oh,
nothing but good
dude,
things.
the trailer's I've watched it 47 times.
Okay, here we go. Very
It's
passionate.
so good, dude. It's so good. And I mean, again, I'm biased. I love Shadow. He's my favorite character. I love
Yeah.
Shadow so much. But I just think the trailer's great.
Yeah.
Even I watched Harloff. If you don't know who that is, I say we, but we watch
Yeah, I
Christian
watched it.
Harloff.
Yeah.
He's a YouTube channel guy. Great dude. He was chirping, and then by the end, he's like, "Dude, great trailer. Whoa."
Okay, that's good. Maybe I need to check it out then because if
You
it's
seen
able to
Sonic
turn
1 and 2?
him, I've seen both of those. Yes,
Okay.
I really loved 1. 2 was okay.
Oh, I'm reversed on that for me
Okay.
personally.
Okay.
I think 1 was hokey, 2 leaned into the games more, and so it made more
there you
sense
go. There you
to
go.
me.
That's fair. Maybe I need to rewatch 2 because I think that's another thing that I watched whenever we first became parents. So I was a little foggy in the headspace.
Yeah. Rewatch that. That's all you need to say.
Tiff in the chat says, "You sit on a chair of lies, Leslie."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Leslie.
Oh
wow.
gosh.
Um,
Somebody at Lucasfilm tell your directors to not do interviews. They never end right. They just don't go well at all, people.
have they not learned from HBO's behind the scenes? You don't let them do interviews.
No,
dude.
you don't.
You don't.
I think my camera keeps glitching, but hopefully it's not a massive distraction for our viewers. Let me know in the chat if it's bothering you. But anyway, next story, Zach. We've kind of already touched on this one, but it's been confirmed. Sigourney Weaver herself speaks out and says, "Yeah, the Mandalorian and Grogu, I'm in it, baby. Let's go." She didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean.
What an incredible way to say that. Oh, that? Yeah, I'm in it.
That little thing,
I
that Star
wish
Wars
you would say
movie,
that.
literally, I've been in so many great sci-fi franchises. Star Wars, yeah, I'm in it now too, baby.
Yeah.
Add it to the
yeah.
list.
All right.
She doesn't give any hints as to what kind of character she's going to play. Just that I think she talked about how she got to meet Grogu for the first time. Very cool. Very cool. I'll just leave it at that. What do you hope for Sigourney Weaver? Villain or good guy?
You know, I go back and forth on that, and we've talked about it in passing. But I want to see her be bad, dude. I think she'd be such a good bad person.
I think it'd be interesting to see that take because
I don't think she'd be
used
a
to her
good
being
big
good.
bad.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. I'd love to see her be little bad. I don't know how to describe that.
What about like a little bounty hunter that Din meets along the way, and she's just kind of shady with it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Shady's a perfect way. I think she
Yeah.
would kill a role like that. Where like, is she good? Like, whoa. Like her vibes are off, but not really. She's helping us. Like, what's going on here? Like that type of thing, I think would play great into that bounty hunter underworld kind of vibe that I'm hoping we get.
Yeah, at least smaller in scale. Like, and not when I say smaller in scale, I don't mean like, oh crap, that movie looks like it was shot exclusively on the volume and it doesn't look good. I mean smaller in scale of like boots on ground kind of story. I think that's what we're looking for with Mandalorian and Grogu. But Sigourney Weaver being in the Mandalorian and Grogu is definitely promising because that is just next world talent.
Agreed.
All right, the next thing on here, and it's not really a news thing that I want to talk about because it says something about the person that portrays the character in Star Wars Outlaws would be happy to play K-Vess in live action. We haven't talked about Star Wars Outlaws, man. I know we had said we were going to do a stream like talking about reviews, maybe even sharing our thoughts on gameplay, but I know life's been crazy. Zach, have you even been able to play Outlaws yet? Yeah,
I haven't
that's what
even
I thought.
touched it, dude.
That's what I thought. Unfortunately, we can't cover it, but I will say I'll give a plug. Rayside. She's been on the channel. She's been doing a great job of covering that. So check that out. But anyway, yeah, Outlaws. I've heard mixed things. What about you?
The people I follow don't seem to like it very much.
Oh,
They
now,
just
so
say,
you follow like the gamer people, right?
yeah. So
Okay.
it from what I've read, dude, it is doing exactly what I said I was afraid it was going to do, which is big, beautiful, cool Star Wars world, boring, monotonous stuff. And that's pretty much across the board. What I've seen is people saying, yes, it feels like Star Wars. And if you're into that, you're probably going to at least enjoy it. But you go to this one thing, you do this stealth thing, you do this one thing, and you just do that like a billion times. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to still play it myself. I will be playing it. A couple other games came out that I got pushed ahead of Star Wars Outlaws because I was so excited for them, and they have been absolute bangers.
So
I had
you're
to play
busy.
with them.
You're
Yeah, and
preoccupied.
then we got sick, and then Disney World, and now here we are.
Yeah, that's fair. Well,
I
from the
will be
Star
playing it.
Wars
I
people,
will
I've
pro it.
seen, as far as like the Star Wars feels of it, I've seen good things regarding that. Which, of course, for me, that's what I like to hear with a Star Wars game. I'm not the expert when it comes to gameplay of other video games that are similar to this, so I would not be able to speak on that at all.
I got a feeling that you're going to love this game.
I probably will. If I
I
had to
really
guess
do.
based on what people have said about it, I probably will. I still think it's absolutely insanity that we weren't able to create our own character, if I'm being quite honest.
Crazy. Yes.
If you want to be really open world and you really want to make people excited to play an open world Star Wars game, you should have full on customization of your guy or gal, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I look forward to playing it eventually, though. But I definitely wanted to make sure we talked about Outlaws because that was low-hanging fruit that we left out there 3 weeks ago, and crickets ever since.
Yep, Outlaws. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, let's see. Next up, just scrolling through here, some big pieces of news. Ooh, this one might be one that we can spend some time in. Ahsoka Season 2 is set to begin filming in summer of 2025, according to Natasha Liao Bordezo, the performer for Sabine Wren. This makes me think that we're probably not getting Ahsoka Season 2 until like 2026 at the earliest.
Yeah, pretty much confirmed.
And Dave Filoni, busy guy. He's helping John with The Mandalorian Grogu. So I'm assuming that's why they're waiting to film Ahsoka Season 2 until the summer of 2025. That way it's after The Mandalorian Grogu has wrapped filming. Like after The Mandalorian Grogu, then that would be the next thing that they want to start shooting. But that does make me question how this whole Filoni movie is going to be pieced together on time with their original release date of like 2027 or something. Because you got to get the Mandalorian Grogu out there. Well, first you got Skeleton Crew. I guess that counts. You got to get the Mandalorian Grogu movie, and then you got to get Ahsoka Season 2. And then I guess the stage is set for that Filoni Mandoverse movie.
I think it's all lined up good, man.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I know people have shared concern with the fact that if Ahsoka Season 2 comes out in 2026, that's 3 years between seasons. Which is unheard of
these days, dude. It's so dumb. I can't stand that it takes this long to make stuff. House of the Dragon, one of my favorite shows ever, probably. The worst culprit of this. Okay. It's like, what happened in season 1? That was 10 years ago. I don't know how long ago that was. But to my point, it's going to be Mandalorian Grogu, well, Skeleton Crew, Mandalorian Grogu Andor, and then Ahsoka 2026. And then Ahsoka movie 2027. Makes sense to me.
Well, the Filoni movie, you mean 2027?
Yeah. I call it
I got
Ahsoka movie, but yeah, Filoni movie, Heir to the Empire, whatever they're gonna call it.
I think that's what it would be, but that's going to be a quick turnaround for Ahsoka Season 2 to start shooting in 2025 and be ready to go in 2026. I mean,
you think so?
I just don't know if they've been pumping out these shows in a year. I mean, heck, Acolyte was announced 4 years ago, and it just now came out.
I think it'll be good.
But
I
this
think
is different because this is a second season of a show. I'll give
also
him that.
I think like they're already Filoni said he's already working on writing it. So
Yeah,
that's usually the writing and the like pre-production is what takes so long, is getting the sets and going to places and doing the volume and whatever else. Like that's what takes so long. So once they can get in front of a camera, it's only like a couple months that they're actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
And so
they may be able to
look at me sounding
get
like
it out. Yeah,
film,
you're sounding
film
studious.
Twitter.
That's good. That's good. Let's see. Tiff was in the chat. Want to make sure I get this one out there. I like quests in games, no matter how long it takes. As a gamer mom, I love the puzzles and challenges, but holding out for Christmas. Christmas is a great time for games when it comes to my life as well, because for me and my profession, it's the summer where life slows down, and it's Christmas where life slows down. Anything outside of that, it's bang, 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 bang. Like go, 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 go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like that plan.
Yeah, it'll do. I think it'll do some numbers at Christmas for sure, just because it's Star Wars. People are going to have time to kill, and it's a big open world game. Therefore,
yeah,
you can jump in.
It'll
The reviews
probably
didn't
have
really
some
help
good.
it, but we'll see.
That's true. Maybe by Christmas, people will forget and they'll just see Star Wars on it.
They're going to be pushing it. You're going to see it, especially with Skeleton Crew coming and stuff.
Yeah. Before we leave Ahsoka 2, what are you thinking about what that plot might be?
Ahsoka coming back. That's it.
Back to the main galaxy.
Yeah, gotta be that, because you got to get Mando, you got to get her, you got to get Ezra, you got to get the whole squad together for the movie.
How do you address Baylan Skoll? Recast. 100%. I'm with you on that.
I think
obviously anytime that happens, it makes me a little nervous, but like the character, you've got to continue that story.
The character's way too freaking cool, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and that's because of Ray. I believe that's his name, right? Ray?
Yeah, Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson. Okay, I just didn't want to say it wrong, because you gotta honor that man. Like, come on. Like, you gotta keep going with the character. You have to.
Yeah. They set up too big of an interesting concept and idea.
Yes.
That I think could easily play into that Filoni movie if he's really going down that route.
And this is going to sound bad. I think that character is easily recastable too. And not to say that Ray didn't do a great job. I'm just saying I think the character is so rich and interesting that you could get a really good actor in there and do some work with.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that. I also think too, just the character look, like white beard, white hair, kind of big dude, guy. Yeah. I think you can find somebody to that stature pretty easily in the Hollywood space as well. Okay. Well, I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on Ahsoka season 2. I definitely think Ahsoka and Sabine are going to be kind of work their way into that Baylan Skoll storyline. I don't know how. Why am I blanking on the name of the apprentice? Oh, come on, the blonde of Baylan.
Oh,
Shin.
Shin.
Yeah. I don't know how she's gonna get back into it, because now she's like the leader of the weird.
I don't know if she
nomad people on that planet.
I don't know if she's a part of it.
I think they're gonna have to. I think they have to have her back in it.
You think
just
so?
To have your reoccurring cast members,
you
know, just to give the show some, ground work and identity.
Yeah, I'm really nervous on Ahsoka season 2, man. Where we left off, because such a good leave it right there.
You think so?
And you're getting into the weird stuff. You're getting into
and that excites me, baby.
You're getting into this hoopla that
I really want to rewatch Ahsoka.
It's going to be, I'm so scared that you're going to lose people, because they're going to go, what?
I don't think so, man. I think that's when Filoni thrives.
I don't know.
Tiff in the chat says, let me get it pulled up. Yes, recast, but make it believable. Like, don't change the ethnicity of the character or make him a woman. Yeah, great point.
Yeah, I
Great.
think change nothing, just make it a different human.
Yeah. Who was it I saw? Is it Gerard Butler? It was a
Mm.
big fan cast or fan recast guy.
Oh, man, I
Yeah,
love Gerard Butler.
that would be a
Come on.
home run
This is
recast.
Sparta.
Yeah, home run there.
Actually, I know him as Hiccup's Papa. That's how I know Gerard
Papa.
Butler.
Why does that sound familiar? What's that from?
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh,
Probably the best 1, 2, 3 film trilogy of all time.
What's that? It's a chick flick that my mom would always have on. Is it P.S. I Love You that he's in? One of those
I don't know.
things.
He had a run there where he was doing some chick flicks, and
He
then
had
he
a
did
heck of a run there for a while.
then
He
he
was in
did Olympus Has
everything.
Fallen or something, and then now he's like the action
Yeah,
dude. But
yeah,
dude, How to Train Your Dragon, amazing. By the way, if you haven't seen that.
Oh, love that one. How about that? Them making a live action adaptation of that.
Why? Why are we touching it? It's so good, man. My wife loves How to Train Your Dragon, all 3 of them, and I love them too. Like I said, it might be my number 1, 2, 3 of all time trilogy.
Huh?
I'm telling you, the music,
wild,
the
man.
emotion, the writing.
I'll give you the first one. Have
you seen 2 and 3, my guy?
I've
2's
seen,
better than 1.
I feel like
About?
I feel like I've seen 2. Maybe not. I definitely have not seen 3.
Oh, 3's so good. He's
Oh no.
he gets to. I don't want to say anything, dude. It's so good,
Okay,
man.
I'll add that to my to-do list. I need to.
How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, 3, incredible. Your son will love them because they are beautiful. They're
okay.
animated, right? So they're
Yeah.
beautiful.
All right, Tiff comes in clutch with the yes. P.S. I love you is awesome. Tiff, I didn't say that. I'm just saying my mom played it.
Yeah.
That was back when I was like 15, and anything my mom thought was cool, I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't watching that.
Yeah. P.S. I love you. I forgot that existed. That's good.
Anyway,
But no, that'd be a great cast for that.
Yeah.
Whoever, right? I just think that character's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah. Speaking of Ahsoka season 2, or just speaking of Ahsoka, we now have the requirement to call it Ahsoka, the Emmy Award winning series, baby. How about that, baby? Costume design for the finale, I believe, they received an Emmy. They're definitely going to be marketing Ahsoka season 2. They're going to be running with that tagline. The Emmy Award winning show returns. Ahsoka season 2, baby.
100%. And so I don't want to talk down on costume design because it really was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
It was amazing. And the lady who did it, I believe she passed away recently.
Really?
I think I saw that on Twitter or something.
Oh, yeah. Shauna Tripkick passed away in October of 2023. That's sad.
Yeah, so RIP to her.
So many
well
Star
done.
Wars creatives are passing away. I don't like this.
But okay, that's why I'm saying I don't know how to say this. It's like it's gonna say Emmy Award winning, which sounds way cooler than costume design Emmy.
Sure.
And I'm not trying to talk down on costume design. It's an incredible, important piece of this.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that you're talking down. I mean, that costume design isn't like because I don't think the main Emmys have even been on TV yet. I think that's this coming weekend.
Yeah.
It's,
but to your
it's
point,
one of those
like Emmy winning. It's like
but they at least get to say that.
They get to say it, and they're gonna say it as they should. Like I would too, right? I'd be like, yo, if I ever got like nominated for an Oscar, I would tell everyone, hey, I'm Oscar nominated, Zach. Nice to meet you.
Man, look at this other categories that Ahsoka was nominated for. I think maybe.
I think it was a couple.
Series was also nominated in 4 other categories: outstanding period or fantasy sci-fi hairstyling, although that went to Shogun. Outstanding prosthetic
As it should.
prosthetic makeup also went to Shogun, Outstanding sound editing for a comedy or drama series in animation, The Bear. Outstanding special visual effects in a season or a movie, Shogun. I heard that Shogun like has the most Emmys already, and they haven't even gotten to the
Have you
main
seen
event.
Shogun?
I've seen most of it. For some reason, I quit watching. I think it's because like Star Wars started cranking stuff out, and so I got busy just kind of covering
High
it.
quality H2O right there.
Did you finish all of it?
Yeah, and not the. I don't know about the VFX one though. Like, how did Ahsoka not win that?
Mm.
I feel like the ship
Mm.
scenes and like the space scenes where she's out in space and stuff, like those are sick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
surprising to me.
Again, I need to go back and rewatch Ahsoka. I feel the need recently to go back and rewatch all of these shows without the podcasting eyes on it. You know,
And also like
just
just the
for fun
vibes of
too.
yeah. Just to really digest it, I really want to do that with Ahsoka.
I also
And
want Kevin Kiner's score of Ahsoka to make me weep. I can't lie.
you need that just pouring over you, huh?
Yeah.
like Dad, why you got the TV on volume 80? Like,
Dude. Okay. Speaking of Ahsoka, I will say the night of that finale, the whole epilogue, whenever there's no dialogue, but it's just music, I played that thing like 10 times and I cried the entire time, man. Look, emotional moments in movies sometimes get me, sometimes don't. But if you got a powerful score on it, the tears are flowing.
Yep. Yep. I'm a crier, so I cry all the time, but man, you
Yeah.
get a score coming.
Yep.
Oh.
Man, well, we're officially to the last couple of news things. We've got a new Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy promo. I think that one dropped today. I haven't done a reaction to it. I did a reaction to another one. I'm still really vibing with this Lego Star Wars thing, man. Rebuild the Galaxy. I keep having fun with it. I saw some reviews for that too already. Some Star Wars content creators got some early release now. Always take that with a grain of salt because Star Wars content creators love Star Wars. So they're going to be thrilled that they're getting it early. They're going to share their thrilled. Let's be real, so they can keep getting things early because trust me, if I was in that scenario, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Keep on giving me them episodes early,
Please,
Lucasfilm.
I
Please,
love
come
it.
on.
Nah.
But a lot of them, a lot of them that I've seen say good things. Some of them I vibe with a lot too. So hopefully that is a
I think
fun
it's such a
event.
brilliant concept, dude.
Absolutely. It's essentially like Star Wars' own version of at least the what if concept. And I think for Star Wars, the Lego route might be the best way to do it. Like, why not?
Because then you ain't got the old heads going, well,
Sure.
actually, this would never happen.
Sure. Sure.
I guess.
One final news piece, and this one dropped today. For some reason, it actually says on Star Wars Newsnet September 11th. So I guess this is really going to start making rounds tomorrow.
Oh, fresh, baby. Let's go.
Disney sued over use of Peter Cushing's image in Rogue One.
I saw this.
Why is
right
this
before
just
we
now
went
coming
live.
up? Why is this just now a thing? That was like 10 years ago at this point. Ain't that crazy? Rogue One was like 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah, that is crazy, actually.
We're getting old.
Like, bro, did you just see the movie or what? Like, what?
For real. What are we doing? What have we been doing? All right.
No, I
What do you
saw
think
that.
about this? And let me read over this and see if I can.
Apparently, somebody was friends with or related to Peter Cushing, and he had to have been. He was supposed to be asked if he could use the likeness, and they never asked or something. I don't know.
See, I thought they had already talked about they did all of that stuff.
Every time I see one of these, it feels very cash grabby to me. Especially that it was 10 years ago or whatever. It's like, bro, why are we talking about this now? I don't know.
Yeah.
If you were going to,
I mean, I get it. It's your image. Like, you should be making money off of it if it's still your rights and everything.
It's his grandpa or whoever he's related to. It's like, buddy, chill.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
But no, I mean, hey, go get the bag. If it's true and he legitimately had, like, legally had to be asked, and they
Yeah,
didn't ask, go get your bag.
absolutely. Let's see. It says, as reported by the Telegraph, the film company claims that the VFX recreation violates a contract that was made between the company and Peter Cushing before he died. Even though a high court judge said that he was far from persuaded that Tyburn Film Productions would win the case, the judge also said that it did need a full factual inquiry. So they're going to court over this thing.
Mm.
The
Yeah,
film
but the
company
judge
claims that its
basically is like,
agreement with actor Peter Cushing gave the company the ability to veto any recreation of his image with the use of special effects. Ooh. Apparently, Lucasfilm did not ask for permission from Tyburn Film Productions when recreating the image of the actor for Rogue One. That's a tough scene. We'll see how that goes, especially hot off the heels of this whole SAG
hey, let's don't recreate people
strike.
digitally. How about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, probably just don't need to mess with that one.
How about we just don't recreate anyone's face digitally and just recast them with a
Yeah.
normal alive human?
That's fair. That's fair. I think that's a great idea, actually. That's a great
And then
idea.
you don't have to.
Dude,
This is a
uh,
moot point.
a lot of Star Wars, little small Star Wars news pieces there. But I'm glad we're caught up, baby. We're caught up.
Just like that. Bam, 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 bam.
Unfortunately, the biggest news was the James Earl Jones one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's why we wanted to lead with that before we got into the, let's be real, the not important ones compared to that.
Yeah. Yeah. 93, man. 93.
Crazy.
I hope to be 93, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Depends on how I'm feeling, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. But
Anyway, yeah, these goodies you brought me, man. Let's talk about these goodies. Number one, I forgot that you picked this thing up for me. I need a little backstory. This Revenge of the Sith book. Where did you get this? Where did you?
All right, so I'm shopping at the Goodwill. All right, the Goodwill. If you don't know what Goodwill is, that's a thrift store that you can give people things and you can buy them for cheap.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm looking for books. And actually, I don't know why I'm in the book section. I don't buy books. So I'm looking. There it is in its shiny glory, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. And I text you immediately and said, yo, do you want this? And I think it was like, I don't know, $4 or something. And you're like,
really?
How much is it? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, yeah.
I'm wondering if is it like a legitimate retelling of the movie, or is it like?
I think it's the novelization of Revenge of the Sith.
It's the full-on novelization.
I believe so. Yes, I believe so. I've had that for a long time, years at this point.
Yeah, I think that's what this is. I definitely think that's what it is. After looking at the first chapter, literally it says, awful, he said on internal comm. Can't you do something with the, I don't know what that word is. I can't read. But it's like them flying through space. It's them flying through space in the Revenge of the Sith opener. Okay, so that's one thing you brought me. How long ago did you get that? I don't remember that conversation.
Legitimate years.
Well, I don't know. This bad boy was like 4 years ago.
Years. That was pre-COVID right there, I think. Was that pre-COVID?
Bad Batch season 1? 100% it was.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's been cooking at this house for a decade. I don't know.
Yeah, that's literally Bad Batch season 1 is this bobblehead. Yep. I've been wanting to get it out.
I was at the Hobby Lobby. That's the background there. I was at Hobby Lobby.
This is the one that was from Hobby Lobby.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this one out because the sometimes with like the Funko Pop packaging, like the boxes is really nice. Sometimes they're like iffy, and if they're iffy, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna get it out.
Yeah,
I like the texture of this guy.
Crosshair.
This is like a cool little. I don't know. It feels like you know how usually the Funkos are like little chromy or shiny. This one's like matte. That looks really, that looks really
that looks
sick.
good on camera too.
That looks really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
thing's
like
gonna have
that.
to go back there with the Mando and the Stormtrooper. I don't even know if you can see those right now.
Oh, I can see him. Yeah, that's a good pop right there. When I saw that, I think I texted you on that one too. I was like, "Yo, you want this? Because it's sick."
Easily my favorite Bad Batch member is Crosshair,
Yeah,
and that Funko looks sick just sitting there.
yeah, That's a sick pop out of the
That was
case for
glorious.
sure. No
But that's
problem.
not what you brought me from Galaxy's Edge, man.
Yep, I haven't seen this. I
You
didn't
haven't
know.
seen it once. Well,
I
other
didn't
than
know.
like
I
there.
mean, I saw the preview version of it, but I didn't see the one I actually took home. So I'm excited to see this. Oh,
There
oh,
she is, folks. The
with a little
package that was
green.
delivered. Yeah, so that's interesting. That's interesting. We got a little rebel insignia. You can't even see it on the
Yeah.
stream because I've got this little horizontal thing
Oh,
going.
we can
But
see it.
well, you can see it, but I don't know if the
Oh,
YouTube
oh,
can.
oh, gotcha.
But that's okay. That's okay. Dude, I love this thing. I love this thing. So
Tell the
if you
people
don't
what it
know,
is.
this is Ezra Bridger's second lightsaber hilt. Zach, you said you FaceTimed me. Then we were like, oh crap, this is taking long. Let me take a picture or video. You sent it to me. I was like, yeah, the Ezra one's calling my name. It was between Ezra, Kanan, or Rey Skywalker. And the
That's right.
reason why I wanted this one, number one, I had read good reviews. I'd read that it has an interesting sound, that it feels really good in the hand. So all that sounded great to me. But number two, obviously now Sabine has this lightsaber in Ahsoka. I wanted to get a lightsaber that I for sure was going to be able to see in the movie theater one day. Like I know we're going to see that when it comes to the Filoni movie potentially. The Rey lightsaber, that's becoming more iffy by the day, folks.
We're at a 10% chance at this point.
Now, the Kanan one's interesting though because now Ezra has rebuilt Kanan's, but it's just a little bit different now. So it's not really the
Mhm.
same. So I was tempted toward the Kanan one. Like that was my second pick,
Yeah.
but I had
I
to
almost
go.
I almost picked up Kanan, dude. You know how much I love
Look at
him.
this
So
thing. Look at this thing.
ah,
It's beautiful. Beautiful. And it looks so sick in person too. I don't know
yeah.
if the camera does it justice.
Oh yeah.
I even like because in Rebels, one of the big critiques is like, oh, the blade is super skinny. I
Hmm.
like that the little emitter right there is extremely skinny.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I
Yeah,
didn't
it,
think
it
about that.
goes right
Yeah.
with what the Rebels looks
Yes, it
like.
really does. Like the animation style of Rebels.
Now, that does present a problem if you're somebody like, well, you really want it to look like that. Unfortunately, that doesn't fit with this.
Yeah, they didn't have the little sticks. They
But
didn't have
that's
those.
when they come in clutch with the little attacher. So I figured maybe I should just turn this thing on for everybody.
Yeah, turn it on.
All right. All right. So yeah, it comes with this other piece. Looks like so. Obviously, it's wider in the mouth. That little stick's gonna be able to fit now.
Yep.
All right, this is gonna take me a minute.
All right, I'll talk over it while you're
Yeah, go
doing
ahead.
that.
Go
So
ahead.
while I was in there, they had the Ray lightsaber, which Taylor really liked. She really liked the
I
Ray
love the
saber,
look of it. I do.
and
I
it's
have
Ray.
held that one though.
It's the whole
It's
thing. It's
so
big.
heavy. It's
It's
heavy.
big. And then so I held Ray, and then I held Ezra's, and I was like, dude, Ezra's feels so good. It's so small and lightweight, but still sturdy. Like
Mhm.
it's very cool. But then they had the Shadow Maul
Yes,
saber,
that one looked very
which
cool.
just sounds sick by itself, but it looked very cool as well. They had Cal's saber in there,
Yep.
which I don't have one of those. Man, I would love to get a Cal saber. Yeah, it's so sick, dude. It's so
I
sick. So
loved it.
big.
It's so heavy though,
It's so
dude.
heavy.
I twirled this thing around for 5 seconds, the Ezra one. And then I picked up the cow one. I was like, oh my gosh, this is brutal.
Like Cal, bro. You're making a mistake here. Yeah, and then Taylor's like, "Oh, well, Zach, where's your lightsaber? I thought you got yours from here." And the lady's like, "Oh yeah, which one do you have?" And I'm like, "I don't have the Luke lightsaber. They had Luke's saber in there. I have
Yeah.
Anakin's saber.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, no, we've put that in the vault. That one's not available anymore." I was like, "Huh?"
Wait. Didn't you get the one that like Ray kind of pieced back together, right? Doesn't it have like that leather piece in the middle?
I don't know.
Maybe
Let me go
maybe they were talking about like that specific one, you know?
I
Because
don't
I
know,
thought
because
in the
mine was
video,
not in there.
I thought the video that you sent me had Anakin's lightsaber.
It has Darth Vader's lightsaber,
Oh,
and it has Luke's lightsaber. It did not have
really?
Anakin's lightsaber.
Wow.
And so she was like, "Oh, well, if you have Anakin's, then that one's gone. That's sick. That's a good pickup right there." I was like, "Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let me
Really?
go get it."
Okay. Yeah, let's see that. Let's see that. So again, we're just playing with toys at this point, folks. Zach brought me this sick Ezra Bridger 2 hilt from Disney. And
Yes. So
what you got?
this is the one you spoke of.
Okay,
it
so it's like Rise of Skywalker.
You can see it's got
Wow.
the little like burned where it was broken, and they fixed it in the middle.
And so they don't have that one at all at Disney anymore.
It is not there.
Not even just like Anakin's. Because I think technically they would probably label that as like Rey's. You know what I mean?
They did not have an Anakin lightsaber in there.
Wow. So you really are lucky.
Let's go, brother.
All right. Let's see. Let's see about
Yeah,
this.
let's see it.
Oh. Trial and error, folks.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, here we go. It looks sick. Absolutely sick.
It looks so sick, dude.
Yeah. The green, I was pumped about. Like that shot.
The green looks great.
That looks amazing.
It's so bright, like on your face. It looks so good.
I don't know if you can see the way. Can you even hear me? I'm not even thinking about the fact that I'm not on mic when I back up. Watch the way it disengages. Like it retracts back in. Did you hear that? Yeah. And then listen to it engage. It's like a little crispy noise. Yeah.
Yeah. That's sick.
That's disengaging.
That sounds so good, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Needless to say, I played with this for a good 15 minutes as soon as I got it out. I was back here twirling it around.
Dude, that's so sick, man.
And and when I say it's light, I don't mean that in a negative way. Like it feels
Yes.
It feels good to play with. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it also feels like sturdy, and it feels built well, you know?
And I like the little belt clip.
Yeah, it's sick. I saw that
That's
too.
A cool little detail. Anyway,
I think you made a great choice there, sir.
I will be doing, because I did a Cal Kestis one, a Cal Kestis unboxing and review of its legacy lightsaber. I'll be putting one of these. I'll be putting a video out of an unboxing and review of this lightsaber as well. I'm very excited for that. But I'm shocked with how I was not expecting that green to show up so well in this video.
It looks so good, dude.
Like that looks real almost. Anyway, that's Mando Late Night, baby. We're having some fun with Star Wars toys here.
Yeah.
But I had to pull that one out and show everybody.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Very appreciative of you getting that for me.
Yeah, you are so welcome, sir. Happy to help.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's Mando Late Night this week, folks.
All right.
So we hit all the Star Wars news. We shared our love and passion and appreciation for James Earl Jones. We had some fun. I was looking at all the goodies that Zach brought me. And we had fun with you guys in the chat. Shout out to Tiff. Shout out to David. Shout out to Edris. We appreciate y'all showing up. If you're watching this on the playback, leave a comment. Say what's up down in the comment section. Elaborate your thoughts on anything that we talked about, because I know we hit the news pieces like maybe in a more so quicker way than normal, because we were literally trying to get caught up with all the great Star Wars news that's out there. So yeah, continue the conversation down in the comment section. And if you haven't done so, I did not say this off the top, hit that subscribe button, especially if you're this deep in the stream and you're loving what we're doing. Make sure you smash that sub button because it really helps. We are on the road to 700 subscribers. I believe we were like 529 when we first went live, which I need to update the whiteboard back there behind me. I realize that I'm a couple short now. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that continues to check out Mando Talk, and I cannot wait to continue to cover Star Wars with you guys. Zach, any final words for the audience?
That's it. I just happy to be back talking Star Wars and everything with you here, sir.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I hope that we have something good to discuss here soon. It definitely does feel like we're starting to turn the page into a very dead period with Star Wars as we're gearing up for Skeleton Crew. So we may have to get kind of creative with some ideas of what to talk about during Mando Late Nights, whether that be like revisiting, we talked about maybe going back to Ahsoka tonight. Andor. I know we've shared that idea, maybe going back and revisiting Andor. Heck, maybe we need to go back and revisit the prequel trilogy or something like that. Like, I'm all for that. Let us know down in the comments what you want to see from us. We'll continue to pump out short videos to cover news and things of that nature. And we'll see you, I guess, on the next video. I appreciate everybody checking us out. It's time for us to get out of here, though. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I'll catch you on the next one. As always, we